Hi and welcome to this overview on JockeyTrainer Bot, autopilot and hands-on. You choose which way you want to use the bot. Watch what it will do for you. What does it do? It backs the selected jockeys, it backs the selected trainers, stakes level or recovery staking, has stop loss settings, has stop profit settings, can be used on any Betfair races including harness racing, and it runs on autopilot. We have all, I'm sure, followed jockeys, trainers, and a combination of them both. The problem is that it takes time, and when you forget them, they win, sometimes at big prices. Real pain, isn't it? In the next few minutes, I would like to show you how you can do that and still have time for yourself and enjoy your racing. So let's start. This software bets without you. All you have to do is set the criteria that you want and the bot does the rest. You can either macro or micro manage the bot, whichever suits you. If you want to micro manage the bot, you would go in each day, change the jockeys to who's riding the best mounts, change the trainers to who's got a truckload of horses running today, or you can look at the bigger picture and just select your favourite jockeys and favourite trainers, put them in and just leave it at that. Don't swap jockeys or trainers, it's up to you. Obviously if you're going to micromanage it, you're going to get a better result. Why a bot? It's not emotional and it bets to what you have set. It frees you up from having to stay and bet and being stuck in front of the computer when the races are on. Let you get out and enjoy the fresh air. Selections are one thing, correct money management is another. So let's look at why the software may indeed be for you and your betting. See how it frees up time and makes a profit without you. If you are lazy or emotional punter, then this is of great interest to you. Hold on. If you bet only in your country or further afield, then you should get excited because you can bet 24/7. It is now possible. If you live in the UK and see all the great racing happening in Australia and say it starts when I'm asleep, not a reason, not now, not with a bot. And likewise, if you're in New Zealand or Australia and you see some great racing in the UK you want to bet on, now you can with this JockeyTrainer Bot. What the bot does for you is it selects the horses, the stakes the horses, bets the horses, repeats this day after day. You can sleep and it doesn't. It manages your money, whether you want to be staking at level or recovery. There's stop losses are set in there for the recovery staking. There's stop profit if you want to use it. You have control of the money on autopilot. Tip: if it's fun you want from racing or if it's money you want from racing, stay watching. Who will benefit from using the bot? You will, especially if you find Betfair expensive to have small bets. The bot will allow you to bet smaller and enjoy racing. If you bet big, then obviously you'll make more money. Are you qualified to use this bot? If you have a Betfair account, that's a good start, and we are backing horses here, not laying them. If you enjoy racing and not happy with what you're getting, you're qualified. If you have limited time and prefer to have the decisions left to the software to bet according to your settings, then you're qualified. You want to interact with the bot, set new jockeys and trainers daily, you can and will make more money and have more fun doing it that way. If you're a pumpkinhead when it comes to betting and putting too much on after a string of losing bets, then this stops that happening. You're qualified. Watch, let us show you how the bot works in a gentle recovery way. And to do this, we're going to look at the last 3 months of one of Australia's leading jockeys, and underrated, I might add, Linda Meech. Here's where we should be focusing on the level staking. We spent $119 to win $19 or pounds, whatever you're betting in. With the bot staking, we spent only $64 £74 to win 28.45. So if we look at the return on investment on level staking, we get a return on our money at 16%, and on recovery we're getting a return on our money at 44%. That's just staking every ride that Linda had, and I mean one of them I think was at 66 to 1. So that's no price differentiation, nothing, just every horse that she was riding. Okay, now if we look at just using one of the bot filters in the pricing, what we do is, and I don't bet odds on, so what we did here is we've just taken her 5 rides that were odds on away from the bets. So we ended up with 114 bets. But what we did is we actually increased the ROI, you can see there, the return on investment on the bot, to 56%. So we only had to outlay £45 to make £25 profit. If you're a £10 or $10 punter, that's the target you're aiming for, then the bot would have made £252 profit on that $10 target. And you would have outlaid $450 to get that. So that's giving you a 56% return on your investment. And if you were doing that just with, say, Linda, for example, that is only one of the 6 tabs that you have for betting. So Linda would take one and you'd still have 5 other tabs to use on other jockeys or trainers. When the races are on, you can be elsewhere. You don't have to be, as I said, glued to the computer or in the betting shop or anything. And also what I want to say is, what if you could have the bot running and not start your computer? And what's more, you could access the bot on your smartphone or tablet from anywhere in the world. How can you access your bot like this? On the phone, anywhere? With a VPS. It's not needed to run the bot, let me make that clear. We have lots and lots of clients happily running their bots on their laptop and PC. But if you want to run the bot 24/7 and access it from anywhere, then a VPS allows you to do it. A VPS, if you don't know what it is a virtual private server. It's a computer housed somewhere else, and you lease part of that hard drive and you're the only one with access to it. And what I do is I pay about €180 for 12 months access to my VPS, and I can access it on my Android phone, on my iPhone, on my tablet, which is an iPad, even on my smart TV I can access it if I want to. So it gives you all that access for, quite a minimum outlay. And the fact is you can run more than one bot on it. I'm running 5 on mine at the moment. So that just gives you an idea of what can be done with the bot. What if you don't want to use it for jockeys or trainers as a selection method? Well, you don't have to. You can have the settings at any trainer, any jockey, and then let, for example, there's a favourite setting. So you might want the first favourite or the second favourite right through to the 8th favourite. And you can set what price range you want it to be at. Or you could just say any horse, but as long as it's more than 50 to 1, for example, then it would do that, it would bet that. Or you could say, I want to bet any horse that's between £2 and £6 or $2 and $6. The bot can do that if you want to. But this bot was really set up to follow jockeys and trainers. So what do you get with the bot? You get 6, what we call 6 back tabs. They mean you can set up for 6 jockeys or 6 trainers or a combination of jockeys and trainers. You can have, like, for example, our one with Linda Meach, as long as she's only riding Darren Weir's horses if you want to, or you only want John Joe O'Neill's horses when it's got a certain jockey on it. You can set it that way. You can bet in the win market or the place market, and you can bet from 1p upwards while you're learning how to use it. So it doesn't have what they call a demo mode. It has, but you can bet from pretty small while you're learning how to use the bot. The countries you can obviously bet on: the UK, Ireland, Australia, France, USA, South Africa, New Zealand, Singapore, and more. And also, as I said earlier, you can also do harness racing, although the liquidity in a lot of harness racing is pretty limited if you're betting outside the favourite. Staking, you have the choice of level staking or the recovery staking plan, which we highlighted with Linda's case. So what you need is a Windows-based computer, an internet connection that's stable, obviously power supply, a Betfair account. But if you have a VPS, you can install it there. If you don't have a computer that's Windows-based, you can install it straight onto the VPS. What you get is a 12-month license to use the JockeyTrainer Bot. You get email support from Michael and myself. And as for the price, well, the price you see below this page is the best price that you're going to get it at. And as you know, once we sell the first 50 copies, it increases. And the next 50 copies, it increases again. So obviously, the earlier in the process you get it, the cheaper it is. And that price is maintained when you renew it in 12 months' time. So all that leaves us to really is action, and only you can do that. So it's over to you. The software is easy to install, and if you decide to get a VPS from our preferred provider, which is Time for VPS, we will help you set it up if you need to, but it's not overcomplicated to do. So this brings us to an end. So I hope you enjoyed our short journey here, and hopefully you would have seen merit in having a software doing the work and making the bets for you. If we've arrived at a time that is not suitable for you, then please download our quality free gift as thanks that you'll find a little bit further down the page. Bots are a great way to get more out of life and racing. So on behalf of Michael, myself, Steve, over to you, and thank you for sharing this little journey on the JockeyTrainer Bot. Thank you.